Well, it is one of the biggest issues for St. Charles County governments and taxpayers. A state senator taking another stab at eliminating the personal property tax in St. Charles County. The measure has just cleared a major hurdle, but it may come with a huge cost. As Elias Davis explains in tonight's You Paid For It.
Dozens of St. Charles County organizations, from fire districts to school districts to library boards and the ambulance district, would be impacted if this legislation becomes law. At stake, tens of millions of dollars to run those agencies. The measure by St. Charles County Senator Bill Eigel has cleared a major legislative hurdle, passing an important Senate committee. He's taking another stab at getting rid of the personal property tax residents pay on cars, trucks, boats, and the like. I talked to Senator Eigel at his office in Jefferson City.
Does your bill eliminate or just reduce personal property taxes?
It reduces personal property taxes down to almost zero. So effectively, even though it's not actually zero, it's as close as you could come to zero.
Senator Eigel wanted to eliminate personal property taxes for the whole state of Missouri, but an amendment was added by another senator to apply it only to St. Charles County, where Senator Eigel is. A lot of county organizations are worried about the impact. According to the St. Charles County Collective Revenue, last year the county brought in $115.5 million from personal property taxes. Among the agencies benefiting, $78.3 million went to the county's 6 school districts. $7.4 million was distributed to municipalities, $4.3 million to the ambulance district, $12.5 million to 10 county fire districts. One of those districts dreading the impact is the Cottleville Fire Protection District. The chief said it will cost his operation about $2 million. Chief Skip Stevens testified against the measure in a Senate hearing. So how does that impact you, losing that kind of revenue if you lost it?
Oh, the impact would be huge. It would be huge. It would be devastating in terms of our operational budget. My concern is that there's no plan to replace the revenue. Senate Bill 649 would reduce the funding for all of the fire and EMS agencies in St. Charles County to the tune of 16 to 18%.
What we're getting from organizations, they're saying, how do we make up this lost revenue? That's what they're saying. How do you answer it?
Well, first of all of those organizations, in fact, all government organizations from Washington, D.C. down to our local fire departments and school boards already have records amounts of our tax dollars. And that's true regardless of the institution or regardless of the location. So if ever there was a time that we should actually be cutting taxes in a manner that particularly benefits our working and middle class households, I would argue that this is it.
There are 23 states that do not have personal property taxes, including Illinois. I talked to some St. Charles citizens about whether they want to join that group.
I'm really concerned about how we're going to fund the things for the public good, whether it's roads, bridges, schools, et cetera. So if you're limiting one source of funding, you have to make it up somewhere else.
I think that is a good idea because it comes due right around the same time as Christmas.
Senator Eigel still has to clear a lot of obstacles before his dream of wiping out the personal property tax becomes a reality. He came close last time. This time, he says he's going to get it across the finish line. We'll see. You can bet I'll stay on top of this deal. After all, you paid for it.